watching The High Road with me, Keith Warren, brought to you by Timber Creek Outdoors. Howdy everybody, and welcome to the show and to the Eastern Cape of South Africa, where if you're a hunter, you're looking at this and probably going, I know exactly what that is. Well, on today's program, you're gonna see what caused that and all this blood all over my jacket, the binoculars, and all over the ground too, as we take down a great big critter. I think y'all are gonna like this. This is where centuries ago the hunters stayed, overlooking that beautiful valley. I'm looking at these giraffes, and I mean giraffes just tower above this brush. I mean, I am bleeding pretty good now. I gotta get this stopped. Holy smokes. Here goes. Oh my gosh. So I've hunted on this particular piece of property so many days I can't even count. Literally, I mean, I've been here many times. I've hunted in every way you can imagine. So the plan on this safari is to actually take the 50 BMG and see what we can knock down with it.
I'm Greg Harvey, the owner of Hunters Hill Safaris in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. Our property is very extensive. We have 70 plus different species. Keith Warren's been hunting with us on numerous occasions, and this time's brought a 50 BMG. It's the first time anyone's brought such a I don't know if you'd call it a rifle, I'd call it a big gun cannon. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he shoots with it.
My name is Graham Long, and I'm a PH here at Hunters Hill Safaris, and I'm very excited to be hunting with Keith today. The terrain here at Hunters Hill is pretty various. I mean, we've got big flat open areas, and then they go right up into the big mountains. You know, on the plains we'll have blesbuck and black wildebeest and springbuck and stuff, and up in the mountains you'll find the eland and the zebras and kudus, and one of them is giraffe. We've got a lot of giraffe here. There is a rogue bull that's been moving around the property causing all sorts of problems for everyone, and you know, he is on the menu. If we happen to bump into him, I'm sure Keith will be very keen to have a go at him.
I love the place, and I brought my son over here several years ago on his first African safari. Then I surprised him. With something really big. There was a rogue giraffe that needed to be taken, and Colton made a perfect shot on him, put him on the ground. And literally, it's something to point out that over here, nothing goes to waste. I mean, that giraffe is 3,000 pounds of mass, and nothing on it went to waste. Every speck of meat was eaten, every piece of hide was utilized, and the bones were utilized as well.
Giraffe are mainly a herd species, and what happens is when the older bulls get too old, the young bulls don't get a chance to breed with the females, and they become very aggressive, and it's times like that when you have to take out bulls like that your younger bulls can breed your cows.
Giraffe are just like any other animal on our ranches. They need to be managed. Every ranch can only sustain a certain amount. The unfortunate part is to move a giraffe is very costly and very difficult to achieve. So it's very important that we do have hunters to hunt the giraffe, as you know, the cost to move it is virtually not economically viable.
When people say, why would you kill a giraffe? I think, are you serious? No, you know what? It may not be for everybody. But just because it's for me and it's not for you doesn't mean it's bad. Why would you want to go kill a goat or a pig, whatever? Well, that's different. Why is that different? Goats and pigs need to be managed too. So I think before you start casting stones, I think learn something about them. I mean, there's an abundance of giraffes here because of hunters and because of the value that hunters place on giraffes. And thank God we're allowed to hunt them, because if we couldn't hunt giraffes, you know what? They wouldn't be here anymore. They're here because they have value, period. And if you're sitting at home and thinking, well, I'd never kill one, good for you. But thank God there are hunters that will pay money to kill them, because that way the landowners where the giraffes live and tear the place up They'll make sure the giraffes will stay, but when the giraffes have no value, there will no longer be giraffes. And that's the end of that story. All right, let's go ahead and get this dude all taken care of. I mean, this dry air is unbelievable. And this, look how sweet that is now. This BMG needed some lube big time, so got it with some COP. All right, so let me tell you what we're doing this morning. We're gonna go out this morning. We brought the 50 BMG for a purpose. So we're gonna get up on a high vantage point, get all set up, and start culling some animals with a 50 BMG.
Jeez, that's a big gun.
So what's the plan for today?
We're gonna go find ourselves a nice elevated spot and then look glass below us and see what we can find.
Yeah, let's get up here and find a nice place and eat breakfast, huh?
We've had no luck with the wind being the way it is, howling, and we had some opportunities with animals, but unfortunately we couldn't pull any shots off. So we're just gonna go put Keith in a blind and hopefully something happens.
So we go out there and we just couldn't make it happen on that first day. And so, you know, he said, I've got a place, I'm gonna put you. It's in a spot that I think you'll get some action tonight. I'm gonna put you in there by yourself. And sure enough, I'm sitting in the stand and I look up and here comes a bunch of blue wildebeest. Perfecto! I mean, I'm fixing to blast one. The 50 BMG's pointed right out the window. I'm ready. The problem is I got a whole covey of blue wildebeest in front of me. And if I pull the trigger, I'll kill 3 or 4 or 5 with one shot because of the pass through of the bullet. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'll try to pick out the bull, the biggest bull. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm thinking, okay, I gotta shoot this thing. I can't get a clear shot. I can't do it. And all of a sudden they turn and leave. And I'm thinking, that was a long day. Watching those wildebeest leave, I was like, man, I was hoping I could spark that 50 off and watch it dump one, but it just didn't happen. But the next day, things even got worse with the weather. Not only was the wind blowing bad, but it was drizzling. It's dropped about 15 degrees at least from the time I got in the blind. It's raining and it's flat miserable, to be honest with you. But I think I've learned something. The mechanics is out there showing that this spot is just getting hammered. But I guess African animals do not like moving when the weather's bad like this. I know whitetails, you could expect to see a whitetail and stuff like this. But I haven't seen anything except for 2 ducks. And this duck hunting weather is nasty.
So Keith had no luck in his blind this morning, unfortunately. So just gonna pick him up and we're gonna head off to another blind. Hopefully we have some luck there.
So we're crawling up the mountain. I mean, boom, boom. And they've been telling me about this rogue giraffe. And I think it's kind of like telling somebody like there's a Sasquatch out here, whatever. Sure enough, you know, and all of a sudden, Graham says, there he is.
Keith.
What?
And there's that giraffe I've been telling you about.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it looks like that rogue bull. Let's get out.
Okay.
Need to get
Turn
on
your
to
truck off, turn your truck off. So we take the 50 BMG, and I mean, at this point, that thing might have been feather. I mean, it didn't weigh anything for me. It's like, let's go. I was so full of adrenaline. We got up there, and I mean, I'm looking at these giraffes, and I mean, giraffes just tower above this brush. And I'm looking, and Graham says, do you see him? Duh. I mean, look at this guy. He is so much taller than anybody else. I mean, it's like, he's looking right at me. I'm thinking, Now, I've hunted giraffe before. They've got unbelievable vision. Their senses are incredible. They can see everything because they're so high. A giraffe, a kill shot on a giraffe is really important. You've got to make a good kill shot. You can get a frontal shot, but I don't have one on this bull. All I have is a head shot, but I don't have a head shot when he's looking at me. So what I've got to do, I've got to get rested on the shooting rest, take perfect aim, and as soon as he turns his head and offers that perfect side head shot, take it. There we go. You ready? Here goes.
Okay.
Holy crap, I just busted myself. Look at that. Oh my God. I busted myself. Whew. Oh my gosh. I got the giraffe and I got myself to boot. Look at that. This is a big old gun, and holy smokes, that's all right. I can get fixed. Holy smokes. Tell you what, he smoked him and he went down, boom! Well, that was pretty doggone cool right there. So anyway, a rainy weather giraffe, and we got it done here in Africa.
Well done.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Whew, I better get me a rag and clean up. And after that, we'll show y'all what a bull giraffe looks like, taken with a 50 BMG. All right, everybody, we wound up, we came back to camp and getting me cleaned up, and Maddie's fixing to kind of doctor me up just a little bit. And then we're gonna go out and we're gonna show you what that 50 BMG did to the giraffe. What do you think about that kill shot? Now the deal is that 50 BMG is an unbelievable rifle. I mean, it is accurate as it can be, but it packs a heck of a punch, as you can see from the kill shot, and you can also see from this. So go ahead, and I'm gonna let Maddie get me all bandaged up, and then we're gonna go up there and show you what a big bull giraffe looks like. And the troublemaker is now taken care of. This is a 50 BMG, and before we wound up coming on safari, Austin Rohr over at Superior Outfitters calls me up. Now, he's in Tyler, Texas. He's a major sponsor of ours. He says, I hear you're going to Africa and I got something for you. He got me the 50 BMG. We put a set of little scope on it, and it's shooting 750 grain bullets like this. It is deadly. And one last thing I gotta plug. I gotta plug this. This shooting rest. This shooting rest is an absolute must. I don't know, I couldn't do it without this.
Not a chance.
I
Not
mean,
for the weight of that rifle.
This is way too heavy of a rifle, but look at this. Oh, it's a 35-pound gun, boom, but it just blew my head open too. But anyway, this is a heck of a deal. We have had a heck of a hunt. Well, here he is, folks. Look at the size of it. I mean, this is an absolute beast of an animal. And Graham, is this the one you're talking about?
That's the exact one, Keith. Well
Thank
done.
you.
You can see him by his light color. It's that rogue bull I was telling you about.
Oh, this is awesome. I got to show you the bullet hole now. If you've got a weak stomach, turn it off. That's the only warning I'm giving you. Look at that right there. That's what 750 grains does. But if you take a look at his horns are so cool. I mean, they are really, really neat. You may be wondering what is going to happen with this giraffe. I mean, why would you kill the giraffe? First off, everything needs to be managed, including giraffes. And so if you're going to kill one, you want to use every ounce of him. And so every ounce of him is going to be used. We're going to take his skull, first off, over to Conroe Taxidermy, and they will make a Euro mount out of it. And with these horns on it, the skull is beautiful. Now take a look at the long neck on it, okay? Not an ounce of meat is going to be wasted. Not an ounce, okay? We've got a bunch of trackers coming to help us out, but I want you to take a look at his hooves. His hooves are absolutely incredible. Look at the size of that thing, absolutely giant. And his legs are long, and his legs will be used to make lamps, okay? I'm going to have a pedestal mount done of him. Conroe Taxidermy will do that. As far as the back skin goes, we're going to use the back skin for purses and for all kinds of cool stuff. But literally, I want you to look at the tail. The tail on this guy is pretty doggone awesome. I mean, long tail, and even the tail will be used. So literally, not an ounce of meat nor the hide is going to go to waste. And like I said earlier, giraffe, just like every other species, needs to be managed. So you got any questions or comments, hit me below. If not watching on our YouTube channel, make sure and go to it. It's High Road Hunting. I'll tell you what, we got a lot of work cut out for us. Thank you again.
Pleasure, Keith. Well done.
Oh man, if y'all want more information about coming to the Eastern Cape of South Africa with Hunters Hill Safaris, what you need to do is get a hold of them. We'll have a direct link off of our website to their website, and they're a fantastic outfit. Otherwise, I wouldn't be coming back year after year after year. Okay, so that's how Big Bull Giraffe is hunted, and done so ethically and legally. Now, if you have any questions or comments about this video, we want to hear from you. Make sure and post them below. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, hit that subscribe button. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world do you do with a big bull giraffe after he's down? What do you do with the hide? Well, on this next video, we're going to show you what happens as we head to Conroe Taxidermy, and make sure and click the link below to see that video. My name is Keith Warren, and thanks for watching.